Hello and welcome to Flex. I'm Mrs. Huber. I am your language arts teacher, and I'm really excited that you wanted to take your educational journey with us here at Flex. So, what you see on the screen is our language arts homepage. Don't worry if you're in seventh grade, don't freak out. It is almost exactly the same. The thing that will say different is we'll say language arts 7. Welcome to language arts 7. So a little bit about me. This is my picture. This is my dog Sugar. This is my dog Toby. You will often see them in my meetings. See, Sugar's right there. But that's my family. I also live with my husband, and I have a grown-up son. Um, you will want to, our class is technically on B days. B days are usually Tuesdays and Fridays. To see the whole A-B day calendar, you can click on this B days. But on B days at 12:30, we have some help sessions, and these are live. You don't have to come, but if you have questions, you want to talk about books, you want to meet some other people at Flex, I highly recommend that you come. You can click on this link. It will open up a Microsoft Teams meeting, and you can join us. This Got Books button right here, one of the things that I really need you to do is to be reading a lot. There's a ton of research out there that says, especially in this distance learning format, kids who are reading the most are learning the most. So be one of those most learners. And there are on here, there is access to lots of digital places for digital books. There's also at the very end, there's how you can order Scholastic books to be sent to your home. So do be reading, read a lot. The expectation is a minimum of 30 minutes a day, which is way minimum. You should be reading more, at least an hour, hopefully more. All right, other things, attendance. Be sure and click this on B days and just kind of fill out the form. The link to our calendar is also over here in our global links. You'll want to be looking at that for due dates. Due dates are also actually in this to-do list too, which it may move to the bottom of your screen depending on how big your screen is. The best way to reach me is through the inbox. You can click here, you can click on the inbox, or you can click on the inbox over here. This will message me in Canvas. You can just type in my name, it will find me and send me a message if you have questions, have problems, anything like that, and I am happy to message you back. So the place that you're going to want to go is to the modules. And because you're coming to us halfway through the semester, I'm excusing you from a lot of stuff. The first module here is the course orientation. If you just want to read through some of this, some of our expectations, where can I get online books, accessing study guides, there is some stuff about grading and learning targets that you might want to look through, but you don't have to do anything here. The Getting to Know You module, I've also excused you from. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can click on this Mrs. Huber by the numbers, but the rest of it you're excused from. The place that you're going to want to start is in this Apex Learning. And when you click on the Apex Learning, and actually any of your classes, you will get to your Apex dashboard. And the Apex course you're going to want is either the English 6 or the English 7. If you are in sixth grade, you are going to be starting actually on lesson 2.4, and you're going to want to go through and read the material. I highly recommend you do the study guides, but they're not required unless you want a test retake, which we'll talk about that in a second. You can access the study guides actually by when you open to the, you go to the one that says study. There is a study guide at the top, and you can get a digital format. However, I have printed them all for you. There is a sixth grade printed. There is a seventh grade printed. I highly, highly recommend you call the Flex office and get the printed study guide. Get the printed study guide. It's very much easier when you're reading to be completing the study guide on paper instead of like trying to flip between screens and write on the screen and read the information. So highly recommend call the Flex office, get the study guide. All right, so back to your Apex Learning. There is back into Canvas under this Apex Learning module, there's a pacing guide. This pacing guide will look a little bit different for seventh graders, but it has what we're doing on which days. And if you're in 6th grade, you are starting at 2.4, which is actually what we did last week. But I am also going to excuse you from the end of Unit 2 test. So it'll kind of work out and your due dates will kind of get back to a little bit of what they are. Remember, due dates are suggested for keeping up in the class. They are not required. So if you're a couple days late, that's okay. If you get way late, then I start calling and asking if you need some help, and we can talk about that. So the other part that might be important for you here is the test retakes, and we are in test retakes quarter 2. If you ever need a retake, which you might, if you have take a test twice and you earn less than 60%, you might need a test retake. If you earned more than 60%, but you don't like your score, you might need a test retake. So in order to do that, you need to complete the appropriate study guide. You could do them online or in the book. You need to go to submit assignment here. And if you want to take a picture on your Chromebook, you can just choose the file and put it in there. You can also make a copy of the digital study guides by going right here, and you can click on them and it'll bring up a list of the digital study guides, and then you can make a copy and you can attach your Google Drive assignment. I have given you some directions. It's a video directions on submitting assignments if you need some help on that, which is on this link here. All right, so back to our modules, leave because we're not going to actually submit our assignment. The other thing that you're going to need to do is your novel response. Remember I told you you need to be reading? You need to be reading every day. Try, read as much as humanly possible. And then once a month, I want you to give me a novel response. You are excused from September and October, but you will need to start with the November. So what I have done in each of these, each one I've given you sort of a little lesson of something that you might think about. You don't have to do this line of thinking, but you might. This month, I was talking about analyzing author's craft in graphic and prose novels, so you can see how you might do that. And if you want to be analyzing author's craft as you're reading, great. If there's some other line of thinking that you're having while you're reading your novel, that is great too. I just want to know that you're reading and thinking about your novel. How you're going to be graded is like if you can provide me evidence and you have some like insightful ideas about your book. So the first time on this can be a little bit tricky because it is kind of open-ended. So you could write in sentences and paragraphs. And if you do, there is a template here that you could use, but you don't have to. With some sentence starters, you do need to make a copy of it if you want to use it. I would highly recommend if you're going to write in paragraphs, you might watch this video of Mrs. Chrisman talking about how you can really elevate your novel responses. You could also draw your response. And if you click on this link right here, draw, write your response, it will open you up to this slideshow, which has a number of different responses. Not all of these are highly proficient, but some of them are. You could compare two characters. You could write what kind of pressures there are in the characters. There's lots of different ideas. And then there are also some examples from our students in Flex from last month. So again, do be reading all the time, do be thinking all the time. And then once a month, you're going to submit to me what you're reading and thinking about in those novel responses. All right, and that's about all that is really, really important for actually getting started in this class. I'm sure more questions will come up as you continue working, but you are, of course, always welcome to email me, contact me, come to help sessions. Okay, so my other tips on being an online learner. 1, drink lots of water. Have water close, drink lots of water all throughout the day. 2, take study breaks. Think about how long, really think about yourself. How long can you focus without getting all fuzzy brained and tired? Because if you're fuzzy brained and tired, you're not learning. So for me, I work about 45 minutes and then I take a 5 to 15 minute break, depending on how I'm feeling, and then I'm back to work. So try and get those study breaks in. And remember, it's a small study break, not super long, 5, 10, 15 minutes. All right. I hope that I get to meet all of you soon in our video help sessions, and I hope to hear from you on email, and I hope you are enjoying your time at Flex. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.